We're going to be talking about Wizkid's album in order of their worst to the best. That is something I need to talk about. Wizkid still got some worst of albums, and a lot of people don't really understand it from that point of view. And Wizkid has also made a massive impact in Afrobeats, and we cannot really shy away from the fact he's one of the most decorated Nigerian artists in history. That is something I got to understand about this whole story. But before we dive into all of this, I want you guys to understand that yes, you have to click the subscribe button below if it is the first time of you watching my videos and be a part of this conversation. Go and check us out on other social media platforms, and we love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blog. Yes, I'm going to start from number 6 down to number 1 so that you will get to understand. And I'm still going to be quoting the year of that album and the name of that album so that you get to understand it better. Number 6 of that album is Made in Lagos Deluxe Edition. That was really a worst of album. Although a person of Wizkid used that album to make submissions at the Grammys, that album was done in 2021. That is something you need to understand about the whole thing, and a lot of people are really paying attention to this and saying that they hope Wizkid does not make such mistake, because that deluxe edition idea was really a mistake. But although he used that as an entry for the Grammys, and that gave Wizkid a Grammy nomination, that is something I got to understand. That album featured songs like Steady, Mood, and Anoti. That is something you need to understand about that. What is your own take about all of this? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section, what you feel about this story so far. Do you feel that that was not a failed album? Put your own opinion in the comment section. I want time, girl, you're moving it slow, Number 5 album of Wizkid that actually didn't made that impact or big success is More Love Less Ego album. That album was released in 2022 and features songs like Balance, Frames, and it was really a massive one for a lot of people. But I think lack of promotion and the management of Wizkid, they didn't push harder on that, and that is why it is considered as one of the failed album of Wizkid. What is your own take about that? What is your own feelings? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section. What do you have to say about all of this? Do you think it was not a failed album? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section. Money on my mind now. Number 4 on this particular album list of Wizkid is From the Other Side. That was really done in 2017, featuring songs like Come Closer. I think Wizkid actually made impact with that album. I would call it one of the most successful album of Wizkid at the time, and a lot of people can really attest to that based on the contributions of Wizkid with that album and based on the impact Wizkid made with that album. Girl, we said no, they keep on talking about one, them keep on talking, nobody let me know. That album still got songs like Picture Perfect, Daddy You, and we can really sense that the album made impact in the global community of entertainment. That is something I can share with you. What is your own take about this? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel so far. Number 3 album of Wizkid that made success is Ayo, which was done in 2014, featuring songs like Oju Elegba, featuring songs like Jaye, and a lot of people can really attest to the impact of Oju Elegba. Legendary Beat actually played a major role in delivery of Wizkid in that album. So it's one of the most successful album of Wizkid in recent time. That is something a lot of people are saying. But I will say in old times, because Wizkid has actually made impact with a lot of songs, and we're going to be talking about it as we progress. What are your own takes about this? What is your own opinion? Put that in the comment section. Don't fail to put your own opinion or your own feelings about this my list so far. Number 2 album of Wizkid that made a great impact and good success is Superstar album that was done in 2011. That is something a lot of people are getting to understand right here. I think Wizkid don't take for the game. That is something I can really share with you guys because this guy has been there and really made impact with his album to an extent. And that album features songs like Pakurumo and Love My Baby, and that is something interesting about Wizkid to an extent, and a lot of people can really attest to the impact of that album from a different point of view. I think Wizkid still really enjoys successes of that album. That is something I got to understand about that. What is your own take? What is your own feeling? Feel free to rearrange the list so that I will have your own take about our list. And this particular list was really sourced from Not Just Okay. That is something you need to understand. It's not my original list so far. It's based on popular opinions. That is something I need to share with you guys about all of this. Number 1 album of Wizkid with the most and biggest success is Made in Lagos album. That album was done in 2021 and that album featured songs like Essence, featured songs like Ginger, and then a lot of people can really attest to the successes of that album, and it has given Wizkid a leverage to really make more global impact, and that is what we are witnessing right now because that album is still seated on charts around the world. That is something a lot of people can really understand from that particular point of view, and that album gave a breakthrough to a person of her terms. That is something that she acknowledges from time to time based on recent interviews. What is your own take about that? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel. Based on this list so far, a lot of people actually learned from the successes of Wizkid and the failures of Wizkid. Like the Deluxe edition that Wizkid actually did, many artists actually learned from that because it became a failure at the end of the day. And also, More Love Less Ego album of Wizkid actually became a failure, and Made in Lagos album of Wizkid, the original version, became one of the most successful album of Wizkid. That was really a learning from a lot of people. Remember that Davido came out at the time after the Timeless album, said he's going to be doing Timeless album, Deluxe edition. I think he actually learned from the failures of the likes of Wizkid and a lot of others in the Deluxe edition and decided to retrace his step back. That is something I got to understand about all of this. What are your own takes about this opinion? I want you to put that in the comment section, your own feelings and your own list if different from this we've shared so far. Before I dive off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blog.